All right. Okay, we're streaming. Everything's good. Mic's on. Cool. So, hi. I did some work. I did all this stuff. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about. I ended up figuring out how the particle, what I was doing wrong with the particle thing, drawing the surface. So I did this before, where I did this. Basically, drawing the surface is like, if a surface doesn't exist, you create the surface, and then this is the creation event for surfaces. So, clip surface equals -1. You want to set it to nothing to start with, so that you don't get errors. And then clip width is room width, or room height. And this is just where you want your box to be, basically. So, if you're drawing like a surface that sticks to an enemy, and like you just want something on their chest to be drawn, or if you want it to be like a little box in the corner of the screen, you just set it up like, what's the width of it, what's the height of it, and then where's the X and Y coordinate of the top left spot. In my case, it's the entire room width and height, though it doesn't have to be the entire height. This is probably, it doesn't matter. It's just drawing some surface off the screen if I do this. So what I could do is, in fact, do like room height minus 255. It'll take off that little bit of a difference here, and then I'm just drawing a little less surface that doesn't even matter because it's not on screen, which I didn't think about till now, but whatever. Yeah, clip X is 0, clip Y is 255 for me because that's where the surface of the water is. And then, so in this draw event, so for particles, to make them work, usually you would put in here a draw sprite extended. So you do your draw sprite stuff, sprite index, image index, that kind of thing. And then once you got to the X and the Y, all you have to do is subtract this clip X from it, and you subtract this clip Y from it. So this is how I was kind of doing, yeah. And drawing the surface thing, you know, for the explosion, so that they don't appear above the surface of the water. So this is subtracting the X and Y from it, because the X and Y, you can think of it like the top corner of your room. But when you draw a surface, that top corner of your room now becomes the top corner of the surface. You have to offset that X and Y coordinate to get the thing to show up where it's supposed to show up. So that's what does that. But when you do the particle thing, there's no, this part you can't like add it to it. So I think this is where I was getting confused, because I was thinking there's no way to actually like draw the particles where you want them to come out. And when I was looking at this again, it just suddenly dawned on me that all I have to do is, when I create the particle, like here, I just subtract the clip X and the clip Y from it here, because they don't actually interact with anything. It doesn't matter where they're actually at, it's just where they're being drawn. So let's see if I play this. So before, I had everything was going behind the skybox up here, but now everything just doesn't get drawn if it goes above that. So this does completely work. The depth is actually in front of the skybox, but yeah, anything above that doesn't get drawn, and it's getting drawn exactly where I want it to get drawn. You can see these bubbles, they came out down here, and that's because these don't have that, they're not being drawn with that offset in mind. So, I now understand how you create particles to a surface, but it's too late. I've already set it up the other way, and I don't really care. But I wrote this stuff down, so in the future, I'll know how to do it if I need to, but I've got it working without it, and I don't really want to mess with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this now. But I figured I'd share it with you if you wanted to know how to do it. That's how you do it. And yeah, drawing a surface is really great for when you want things to just not draw in certain places. Get rid of this, or that's going to cause errors. So yeah, anytime you create the particles, if you're using the surface thing, you have to make sure you add that offset to them, or it's going to draw in the wrong place. Alright, so all this is good except for this now needs to go back to 200 depth. This is fine. Alright. I've gone over that. Let's look at what I actually did. I did the anchor in a room now has a shadow. Let me do this. Reset this back up. So yeah, I mean that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Is the anchor didn't have a shadow before, and I just gave it a shadow. Which actually, now that I think about it, I never even explained how I did drop shadows, so this is a good excuse to do that. Chip, anchor. So this is how drop shadows work. Like I said, really easy. It's this bit of code with shader. So first thing I do is I set up a shadow shader, and I'll show it as well. But it's just the normal like full color shader, and I just call it shadow. Where are my shaders? Here. So I think this might all be the same, and honestly a lot of this is probably unnecessary. I've learned that like if you don't use these kind of things, you can actually just delete these parts of the code, but I don't want to delete something I don't need to delete, so I don't think it matters. And this is the part for drawing it, and then these colors is how you get, or these three here, this is red, green, and blue. So yeah, these three colors, red, green, and blue, this is how you get your color. So for shadows, I just did a 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, which is almost black. And I'm running my draw event through this shader. Right. So I set shader, and then I draw sprite position. I spread all these ones out because it was really confusing to try and do them in a line. And I just found it made this a lot easier to spread them out in a big line. But yeah, this draw sprite positions just got a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do. But it's pretty simple. It's similar to the draw sprite extended. Sprite index, image index, and then you're just doing these various X and Y coordinates. And the way they work is the first two, or X1, Y1, is the top left XY. And then the next two are the top right XY. The next two are the bottom right XY. And then the bottom left. So basically, if you just draw it at an angle and squished, it'll be squished and skewed however you want to do it. Just like if you use Clip Studio's free transform. It's the same principle. I think that's why I understand this really well, is because I'm familiar with Clip Studio's thing. And then the alpha level. And for me, I do the alpha level, I clamp y divided by room height minus 0.5. So this is seeing, you might have to play with these numbers if you're doing like a platformer, but basically this is just to figure out the distance you are from the ground. When does it start drawing it either, and it clamps it between a value of 0 and 0.5. So like the shadows will always be at least half transparent, but they can get all the way to not even appearing, right, if it's at 0. So yeah, this first little bit right here is just to find how far you are from the ground, and after a certain height it will not draw the shadows, so you're too far from the ground. So that's how that works. And then you have to do shader reset anytime you do a shader. And then this is just drawing the anchor itself. So that's how all the shadows work. I mean, honestly, I haven't changed this code for any of the shadows I do. I just copy paste it in there and it works. So once you figure out what you want for this value and for these, then it's pretty simple. And I think if you wanted to do it like based on a ground that's underneath you, you just have to write some code to be like, find the ground that's underneath you, the closest, the nearest instance in a straight line underneath you, and then that becomes your X and Y coordinates that you're subtracting from. So that's what I'm going to end up having to do for Geyser, and just figure out, find the closest ground, and then draw my shadows there if my character is close to it. So it shouldn't be that difficult. Alright, optimize lights. This was a big one. Took me a little bit, but it wasn't that hard. So light render. What I did, yeah, this did take me like an hour or two. But my surface create, it used to be room width, room height. I changed it to just 1920 1080. I tried to get like what the view width and the view height is, but I think because of the way I do my cameras, I create my own camera, and I think that's why I can't find my width and height based on this, which means if I want to like do resolutions different than 1920 by 1080 on the view, I might have to like make these global variables where they can change, and then I got to remember that that has to change here as well. But yeah, I just basically, this is setting it the size of what the screen is supposed to be instead of the entire room. And then the changes there is I have to subtract from that, but just like the surfaces for the particles, where you have to find the top left corner of your new surface. That's what this is doing, is it's finding the top left. Well, I think in this case it's finding the middle coordinate. But yeah, I just have to subtract O camera X plus 960, which is half of this, and then subtract O camera Y 540, which is half of that, to all of these, and that'll get it to draw where it's supposed to draw. And then at the very bottom here, when I draw the surface, I draw it at those angles, but the reverse of it. So yeah, that'll put the top left corner in basically where the view is, and that changes based on where the camera is, so it updates. So basically I'm just drawing, instead of drawing the entire room and trying to do all of the effects for it, I'm just drawing the camera, and it's just following the camera. Another thing, this GPU set blend mode, when I was looking through comments, someone mentioned that there's no reason to put that at the end of every single one of these lines because it's completely redundant, right? And it makes sense, because you're just going from subtract, add, to the next, subtract and add, and then you just got to remember at the very bottom, switch it back to normal. Just kind of like you do surface reset. So I did it, set it up that way because that made lots of sense, and it totally works, and it makes things just a little bit less frame ratey. And after doing this, it was a lot better. I don't know how good it'll do with streaming, we'll see, but it'll definitely do better than it did before because that's more optimized. The skybox, I was talking about how I needed to raise it up by like a little bit. I think I raised it up by like 5 pixels. I did the meteor stage, I did a custom water surface, I got parallaxing working with the walls, and the way I did that, right, so I could not, no matter what I did, I just couldn't figure out how to get objects to parallax. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but for some reason LERP, which is where's camera? I think it's in camera. So yeah, this LERP command, I understand what it does, but I can't apply this every time I like try and get this number outside of a layer ID or a layer thing. It doesn't, it just returns like 0. It returns like 25 or something. So it doesn't change. Even if the X coordinate does change, I don't understand why. So I wasn't able to get it working by like moving the object itself. So I tried to work in the other direction, which is that I made these backgrounds because I could get the backgrounds to work. So all I had to do with this is I put the backgrounds in like I would do in other projects, the ones that are going to move, important ones. And I applied the wave to the background. I didn't know I could do this for the longest time, and I just kind of happened across this one, which is super lucky. But while I was looking at, oh god, where's that code even at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, while I was looking through layer stuff, right? And I saw in like a comment post, someone was talking about you could use layer script begin and layer script end to make the wavy pattern appear on your background. And I was like, okay, well, there they are, and I don't know what to do with that. And I was just scrolling down, and then I saw this one, it's layer shader. I was like, there's no way that could possibly work. And yeah, I just did layer shader, layer ID, which is getting the ID, and then I just added the shader wave 2, which is what I've been using to do the wave, and it works. That's all you have to do, and you can make your backgrounds do whatever shader you want. So it just worked. It was funny. I don't know how you could change values like on the fly, kind of like I think the other rooms, they have custom values, and this one's just going to use the default value. Let me look at Coral Floor. So in this one I use shader wave 2, but I can change the time and the seconds of it to make like it do a wave at a different pattern. I don't know if you want to set this stuff up, you can probably just make a custom shader, like shader wave background 1, shader wave background 2, and then set those values up in the shader itself. I think that's one way to do it. I don't know how you could do it otherwise and apply it to a background, because it doesn't seem to have anything here. There might be a way to do it, but yeah, just be aware. This does do the default of whatever the shader is. So I don't know how to do the custom stuff outside of putting it in the shader itself. But yeah, we'll see if that works, and I'm happy with that. So I got the parallax working. I got the lights working in the stage. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even have the light render last time. Yeah, I got the light render, a custom one set up. Pretty simple. Where's it at? This list has gotten a lot bigger. It's in lights, the light render meteor. So this thing is just following things that are inside the room that matter. Sparks, lightning. Oh yeah, lightning's a new thing. And the loots, the bullets, the enemy explosions. There's no enemies in this until I get the alien. So yeah, I just basically, I think it's a good idea to remove anything that you don't care about, because this code does get really framey if it gets too big. And I might be able to like do something to where it cuts out unnecessary stuff, things that haven't spawned in the room, so that it won't even run that part of the code, because that might be causing some frame loss as well. But anyway, that's that. I created storm clouds and lightning, and really I just used images I've drawn before in other projects, and I recolored them to look orange, so I didn't even waste any time with that. The shipwreck, I made a wall for it, and I updated the background, the floor. So the update I made with this is I just put a couple more tears in the side so you can see yourself going through it more. And that was necessary because I kind of did this like mazy layout with the hitbox of it. So this is the hitbox for the ship, and you can't pass through anything red. So you have to come in, and then yeah, those holes, those cutouts, just so you can like follow the characters that get through here. And I had to edit this quite a few times. Apparently my collision gets stuck if you get into a corner against the wall. So I had to like flatten these surfaces to make sure you don't accidentally get caught in these corners. And I tried running around it a lot, and I never really like ran into anything. So I think it'll be fine as is. And at worst, if the player does get stuck, the timer will run out eventually. So they can't get like permanently stuck, like hard lock. They can just get like, is that even a soft lock? It's not really a soft lock either if it's gonna turn off after a couple seconds. I don't know. So there's that. That works. Sparks. I noticed while I was testing that sparks used to like fly off into the sky. I think it's because the lights are hardly ever on when you're close to the surface. But when I was testing, the meteor area, I noticed that sparks can actually fly off into the air, so I stopped that from happening. And that's pretty simple. You just set a, if X is greater than or less than, well, not even X, if Y is less than 255, set it back to 255, so they can't go over the water line. Low enemy spawn, so it used to be enemies spawn immediately. I just set it up to like a an alarm to where there's a I don't know, I think it's between 5 seconds and 10 seconds before the enemy can respawn. And then enemies I noticed were spawning too close to the wall still. So before they would die too close to the walls, and I fixed that. But then I was noticing they can spawn too close as well, so I made it to where they spawn much farther outside the wall. 50 or whatever I was using before is not big enough when a lot of my sprites are like 200 wide. So yeah, I just updated that. Alright, let me test and look at all this stuff that I just talked about. And then we'll start working on the alien. Alright, so the stuff I talked about was, well, one, yeah, the anchor has a shadow. I did not do a shadow for the chain. I don't even know if a shadow for the chain would work. I should probably like test it, but I have this feeling it's gonna do like a weird stretch shadow of the entire thing. So I assumed that it would not work, so I didn't even bother with it, and I don't think it matters that much, because, you know, like the chain shadow would in real life would barely even show up anyway, so whatever, doesn't matter. What's that? There's the meteor stuff. Let's see this zone. So yeah, it's got like this orange surface. We'll see lightning will appear, and then I got these storm clouds that are moving at various speeds. Lightning strikes, and I like the lightning, like I made the light source for the lightning be a lot longer than the strike itself. So I think it's like a giant oval, and I just love the way it kind of like shoots this light into the water. I kind of want to like just make that even more pronounced, but it's just kind of cool. Had a nice look to it, and this is the lightning that the shaman uses in Gazard, so yeah, I just reused it. I like it. It looks pretty cool if you're ever up there, which you probably won't be much. Alright, this is what the bottom looks like. Parallaxing. So you can see the shader is applying to the floors. They're still wobbling. We've got this nice parallax on this room. And I'm seeing that the parallax on the walls does look really good. I wonder if I should really consider going through every room and setting them up to all do this parallax, now that I know how to set shaders to floors. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Just saving it for the final boss does make it more epic, right? That none of the other rooms behave like this room. This room is unique in the way it behaves. So I just like that idea. When you come into this room to fight the alien, this room just really stands out as really crazy looking. It's just different in a lot of ways. I'm going to end up removing that anchor from this one. I forgot about that, because that is not a time stage, that's a boss stage. Okay. What else was it? Was that it? Did I show everything? Oh, the shipwreck. Yeah, that's right. Right, so this is the shipwreck. It's now got collisions on these posts, so you can't actually move through them. And then you can't go through the top of the ship now. The idea is to come down here and find a way into the ship. You can't get in through the back. You gotta come through the front here. This little opening here. And then, if I show like an item sitting right here in this little corner, right there, which I think you can sit on now, so yeah. Basically, you'll come in here and you'll see there's an item there. You'll try to get to it, but you can't get to it, so you gotta go up and around. And that's why I put these little holes here, so you can actually still kind of follow what the character's doing. Before, you couldn't see your character at all, and it kind of sucked. So this way you can see your character, you can grab your item, go back through the path, and get through. And you gotta be careful with these sharks. If you're ever caught out in an opening, they will kill you. So that's how that works, and then wait for the anchor. Come back with your item. Cool. I'm happy with all that. And that's really all that. So we're gonna work on the alien, and I gotta remember the final room's anchor. I gotta come up with a solution for that. For now, I'll keep it on, but at some point, that room ends once when one of you dies. How that room's supposed to end. To enter, only one can leave. Alright, we're doing alien. Ooh, what happened? It's weird because I can still see my screen. I don't know what the hell's up with OBS right now. Why is it showing the game? Go back to this. Oh, it's just pasted on there, even though the game's closed right now. Okay, let's try hiding that window. Okay, wait, there we go. That fixed it. Oh, that was a weird one. I had looked at that. Alright, we're all good. We're gonna do alien. This is gonna take a little bit, I think, because alien's got a lot of movements. So I do have I have some of the code in here. I think I might want to start with the overworld alien. Might as well. That's traffic. Okay, I have no idea where this sprite is. Also, I should probably close a lot of this stuff because it's getting pretty big. I can close the player, lights, effects. Enemies. Probably all this. I should have just hit collapse all. Alright. Oh, it's in Creatures Overworld. Honestly, it needs to be none to start with because you can't even see him until he gets close. Let's just start with no picture. This doesn't matter. I think the depth's probably fine. HP max, direction, home. It's X equals this global alien X and Y. We track that. Step and draw. Draw self. We're drawing its current HP and whether it's going home or not. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do all this shop stuff later too. But I have it set up to where if the shop is closed, then he can be on. Oh, as long as he's triggered. That's right, I set it to a trigger, I forgot. That's what keeps him from spawning at the beginning. That was smart, planning ahead. So, let's see, initialize. Where's this trigger at? Set to false, let's set it to true. Now he's triggered, and he'll always come at you in the beginning. Alright. If HP is greater than or equal to HP max, global alien HP equals HP max. Home equals false, move towards the ship. If X minus of ship X is, okay, so this is finding direction. Image X scale equals the direction. Else, if home, you gotta add up. Oh, this is when it gets home. Okay, speed equals 0. Move towards point. This is where home's supposed to be. Is that correct? Yeah. So I set this up a while ago. This is where the meteor landing, the middle point of it is. So move towards the middle of the meteor landing. That's where his home is. If distance to point is less than 10, home equals true. Speed equals 0. Man, less than 10. That's kind of far away. But that is double the movement speed, so I think speed 5 might be too much. He seems to like keep pace with the player. Maybe I do like 3. And then we lower this to like 6. I mean, as long as it's higher than the number 3, it should work. Right. Because even if you're at 3 and you go another 3, you'd still be at like -1, so it'll be true. Speed equals 0 if X, yeah, this direction. Otherwise, speed equals 0 because he's not moving. Okay. Draw. What's that? Where do I start with coding stuff? Well, all of this is where he's moving, right? Move towards shit. So, is this constantly running? That's what I need to identify. If global alien HP is greater than or equal to HP max, it equals HP max, so this will run. The trigger's on, and as long as you don't turn the shop on, this will constantly be on. Okay, so this is where I do my drawing stuff. Okay, so I need to see if distance to object, oh shit, it's less than, let's do 300, that's probably too short, but we'll start small and increase it later. Oh god, I don't even know the name of it. Oh, here it is. It's SOW alien merge. Oh man, how do I set all this up? I'm not going to be able to do it this way. This emerge part, it's necessary, but it's going to make things a lot more complicated because I'm not always drawing him. I'm only drawing him when he's close to you. And it has to play this animation before we actually draw him, which means I really need to set like a variable so that okay, let's say, and we'll use a local variable here. I want to say probably not. I can't, it's hard to plan out whether you need a local variable or a bigger one because I don't know what I need this variable for yet. So I'm just going to start with a normal one. So we want like, what do you call something that's above the water? Visible? Visible. Oh, not visible. Because that's an actual built-in function. I guess we use viz. So if, oh, we want not viz though. Okay, let's set viz to false. This will be our, whether we can see them or not. Alright, so if distance is less than 300 and they are not visible, I think I just want to set viz equals true. Okay, what turns visible off? No. Okay, if it's less than 300, I think I don't even need that, right? So if it's less than 300, viz equals true, else it equals false. I think I set it up this way. Right. So he should appear when he's close to the ship, and he should disappear when he's not close to the ship. And now I just need to figure out how all that works. So yeah, I think it's if viz and sprite index equals -1. Right, so if it doesn't have a sprite index, now it has a merge. Okay, we got that figured out. Now we got to figure out animation end. Real quick, I'm gonna turn my fan on. It's starting to get warm. I think I can do another variable here. I'm thinking I'm doing another variable because I can't just go to side or up. Well, I might be able to. There probably won't be any reason not to just go straight to one of them. It'll look weird if it goes to side and then immediately shifts to up. The emerge only works sideways though, right? Yeah, this is the emerge, and it's just playing these 2 frames before going into this one. Alright, now I think it just goes into this one. And then I'll figure out if it's up later. So, yeah, this isn't really necessary. That's good. I don't want extra variables. So... Oh, that's right. I probably need to make one for going back underwater too, then. But going back under is going to look weird. Unless it's on the side. Alright. I think I'm starting to understand how this works. Alright, so if viz and sprite index equals -1, it equals emerge when this animation ends. Wait, I also need to make sure that this starts at 0 when this occurs. Alright, make sure that animation starts at 0. Once that animation ends, it swaps to side. Okay, and now if it's sprite index, actually if is and sprite index equals Alright, so if it's visible and the index equals either sideways or up, now I'm tracking how it's moving, right? Which I'll grab that code in a sec. And then all I need now is, if not viz, and sprite, yeah, basically this again. So basically, we're going to draw what he looks like in here, depending on how he's moving. And then if the distance ever goes away from here again, and he was being drawn, so if you go away and it's emerging, he's still got to finish emerging before this will trigger. But yeah, once this is on, then right, this needs more. Now to think about it. I didn't finish my sentence there. Make sure this gets set to 0. That's important. Okay. Yes, once he's finished emerging, he's being drawn, and then if visible ever gets turned back off, and he was visible, now I gotta run it all in the reverse order, which I think I need to make a new sprite in the reverse order so he goes back down. And if he happens to be in this up one, I'm just going to have him vanish, because I think that's the only way that can look right. Because I never did an emerge that was for moving up. But I'm gonna make it, he's only gonna move up if he's in like a very small angle of up and down, I think. Otherwise it'll be side most of the time, so this up won't occur that often, I don't think. So seeing it disappear when you're just moving up shouldn't happen that much. Alright, let's get this angular movement back in. I gotta go find my code. Four directional sprites. Alright, this is the full code, but we're going to have to edit this. That puts it where it's supposed to be. So point distance. So it was following the mouse in this code, but it's never going to stop moving unless it reaches you. So I'm gonna get rid of this for now. Actually, I don't have to get rid of this because I am going to use it for emerging. Let's get rid of that part. Okay, so instead of mouse X, we're going to track shift X. Probably just use find in the place for this. Well, shall I? There's a lot. It's not that bad. Just these ones. Oh, and these ones. Okay. Convinced myself. Control F. Find mouse. X. Place it with. Oh, shit. So, and find mouse. Y. Place it like that. That's a lot faster. Okay. Image speed equals 1. This is always going to equal 1. Get rid of that. Alright. This speed. I probably should set up a speed variable. So let's do that. Speed. The other places where this guy was moving. This is speed. So I'm going to do speed plus 1? Yeah. Because speed is always a positive number. In this case, that'll work. Alright. Now we need to just set up speed. This will make changing the speed of it a lot easier because it's just in here. Okay, and now all this code will work. Now this part. So this is for facing to the right. This is this one. Facing to the left. That's true. And then we have up and down. We can do this for. So yeah, I want to set image X scale back to 1. That's still true, but now image angle equals 90 going up. To 70, and then we need 0. Okay. And now I just want to adjust this to fit inside a smaller area. So instead of 135 and 45, which is like a perfect 45-degree angle, I need to figure out what these are going to be. Alright, so let's say instead it's only like a 30. If it was 90. If it was like between, I don't know, is 80 and 100 too little? That's a 20-degree angle. I think it should be at least like maybe a little more than that. Maybe that's fine. Because otherwise it's moving diagonally, right? Yeah, let's do 80 and 100. So it's 80 and 100, and then in the case of 270, it's 260 to 280. So 80 and 100, 260 to 280. So here, this would be the 100 part. This would be the 80. And now we have 260 to 280. Okay. And here, instead of that, it's 135. No, it's 80. Fuck, this was 45 before, right? Yeah. 45 is now 80. So I just need the other one, which is 280. Right. And then this has to change. So instead of this, it's now 100. And instead of this, it's now 260. Alright, that should be fixed. So I've just lowered the angles on up and down. So it's mostly in the side one. But it will do the up and down one if he's moving mostly up and down. Okay, that should work. This is where I'll do the code for if point distance to ship is less than speed times 2, then I'll have to figure out how like we drag you into the stage. What was I doing before for drag into the stage? I think it was just a collision event. I want to look at that real quick. I think I can get rid of this. Oh ship. Where was that collision event? Was it just... I might have overwritten it. I think this distance to object was already in here and I changed it. Is that true? Otherwise, I gotta wonder where my collision was with the ship. This is going back home. So this always triggers if his HP is back to normal. His HP can only get lowered after you leave a stage that he was in. Alright, so this will always play. There's no problems there. Yeah, I think I had the collision event in here. Because it's not... Oh, it's right here. Am I blind? Alright, never mind. This was it. Right, and this is where we drug into the area. So I'm going to have to like replace this part of the code and put it in here and play animations. Or I can just make it like when you collide is when I do all that, and then I don't have to do this. Though I do still have to set its speed back to 0. But it would probably be better to do it in here. I think I'll do it in here, and I'll get rid of this part later. Alright, let's get everything else working. So if not visible, and it equals this or that, and now we want to say if sprite index equals s this else do that. Okay. If it's up, then we say sprite index equals -1. Is that really it? If it's not visible? If it was in the up position, we just turn it off? I feel like I'm going to be unhappy with this. We'll see. This one's going to be something like sprite index equals alright, if you're not emerging, you submerge. That's the correct word. Submerge. Right. I don't have this yet, but if it is the side, then it'll turn this submerge one, and then that animation will play. And once that animation ends, it's going to turn the sprite off. And because these are all based on what image you're at, even if Viz got turned back on, until it equals -1 again, he's not coming back out of the water. So, yeah, these emerging and submerging have to play through before they can change. So for this, we just need to go Control D. Submerge, D, and bam, submerging. Pretty simple. There we go. Now we go here, copy, paste, except for, honestly, it's not even necessary. Here, this. -1. And not emerge. Submerge. Alright. That should work. Everything except for the collision isn't really figured out yet. And this will probably, if it gets too close to the ship, and it doesn't trigger the collision, I know it's going to turn the speed off and that's going to break things, but I should be able to test it right now and see it do all this animation correctly aside from the collision part. We'll figure the collision part out later, or after. And we got a crash. Oh yeah, it can't draw self if it doesn't have a sprite. Okay, abort. That's easy enough to fix. Draw. Not equal -1. Then you draw yourself. Hey. Cool. Alright. We should see an alien. Well, we shouldn't see an alien until he's really close to us. But we should see him emerge from like right here and then start chasing us. He's moving slower. Kind of spooky now. He's invisible. Oh, wait, I can still see him because of this. Here he comes. Oh, whoa, he's huge. Okay. Yeah, I can make that smaller. But hey, that's working. And he goes down and now he's up. So his size has got to be like a quarter size. I think that's what I made the boat. So now it's up and down, but clearly it's doing like emerge again. So something's wrong with this. Did I just do the wrong sprite? Am I crazy? This is working great though. And if I go away from him, he's going to submerge. Yep. And imagine you can't see the numbers. You wouldn't know where he is. But once you see him come up, you know he's real close and you got to get away from him. This is working pretty well, except for the one part that it wasn't working. Alright, what's going on with the up and down? So, yeah, alien stalk up. This should all be good. But it's going to emerge again if it equals -1. So that's not going to be true. Okay, I think maybe this is the problem. If this, and then I throw these into parentheses, so they both have to be true. So if viz and sprite index equals this or that. So these are the two things that it has to be. I think that might be what was causing the problem. Because I can't figure out anything else it might be. You're still within this distance, so viz shouldn't get turned off. Oh, and then I gotta do the same thing here. Because this is saying if is and this, or if this. So it had nothing to do with this in part, unless you throw this in parentheses. I think that's what's going on. Alright, let's test that again. Hope that fixed it. Oh, I should have changed Xscale as well while I was in there. Oh well. Alright, now that we know we can see him though with the draw event. I just didn't want to run into him. But I can go over here and find him. So I think he waits around. Yeah, he starts at 0 HP. So once he gets to 600 when he starts moving. So he emerges. There we go. And go up. So him disappearing, it's a little weird. Alright, to just vanish like that. Probably won't be as bad if okay, I just saw something wrong. It probably won't be as bad if he's small. But if I get above him, I think during the emerge part, I think it rotates his angle. Yeah. I need to make sure it does not rotate the angle unless his sprite equals what it's supposed to be. Alright, a few things to fix. So if sprite index equals s, it's got to equal this because it can technically be running and not equal that. To make sure the angle doesn't change unless he is in this animation, so that there's no problems with that. But I think another thing I need to do is just make sure the image angle, like image X scale is always getting updated, so I actually don't even need it in here. Can get rid of that. Because that's redundant. Yeah, I just need it to go back to 0 anytime like this. There we go. So anytime emerging or submerging, make sure it goes back to 0. And then I don't have to set it up here because if it emerges, it goes back to 0 anyway. I just make sure these are good. That should fix that. Now I need scale value. Scale equals 0.25. Times scale. But that's wrong. Direction times scale. So that's image X scale. I don't have image Y scale in here. That one. I could actually just use image Y scale as scale and have one less thing. Because it equals the same thing, it's never going to change. So why not? There we go, that's just one less thing I have to do. And that should make him correctly sized. There we go, a little dude. Oh, these might be too small now. So he should never emerge or be interactable until his HP is all the way up, so that's all working great. I just saw him moving up while still facing down a second ago. Yeah, it happens for a brief second. I think I know why that is. Because the angle changes after the sprite index. Which it kind of has to. Well, now that I'm changing the emerge down here, I think I don't need this part anymore. Let's see if that fixes that. I can't really explain why it starts in the wrong angle and then shifts. Now it's just completely facing the wrong angle. Now it's good. Some weird stuff with angles. Now it's just always facing down. Why would that be? Now it's facing up. Why does it want to face down immediately? Oh, that's the direction changing. That's what's going on. It's shifting from left to right direction, which changes. Now I understand. So I just need to make sure that the direction is the correct one. Yeah, it's a problem. I think I had to take image X scale out of here and put it in every single thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep having this problem. Yeah, that's okay. This is true. I gotta take this out of here, and I gotta put it in each one individually, like I had before. So this is normal. This is normal. Honestly, all this is fine. I just changed direction when he's in the one that matters, right? Like image X scale here always has to equal 1, or always has to equal. It ignores the direction. And then these ones will also need this set up. Let's go ahead and split this up because it's getting pretty big. And same thing for this. Alright, I think that'll fix it. So basically, this always needs to be a positive number or it won't work. But this can change on the fly. And then these also have to be kind of like these. Alright, let's test that. Yeah, it looks to have fixed it. Now it doesn't care if you're on the left or the right of it when moving up and down. Alright, I like this a lot better. I like the speed of it, so you can outrun it pretty well. Oh, there is one thing I never did. I will show that. I never gave that thing like any sort of collision stuff, so he can just go right through the ground. Need to set something up to where he does not emerge if he's in the ground. I guess one thing I could do is just draw him under the ground, but then he'll just like come out of beaches. I could set up some sort of collision thing, but that's going to be hard to do with the way I've done the code. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this. Whew. Oh yeah, it's a lot more dangerous in the dark. You can hardly see him. So he's in that circle. I guess that's another fun reason that night is more dangerous. Well, another thing I wanted to do is add like street lights or normal point lights for various things like the helicopter landing, maybe like parking lots, give them street lights. The thing is, I've already got like, the radio tower is basically what a street light will look like if I turn it white and make it small. So I'm probably going to do that to just add some more lights around. Yeah, I'm going to do something where he doesn't go through, where he slides along ground. Or just some pathfinding stuff. I'd hate to get into pathfinding. I've never done that. But I might need to do some sort of pathfinding thing. I don't know if I want to dive into pathfinding. Is there an easier solution instead of pathfinding? I think I could do something to where if he runs into a wall, he just, basically I change his state to where, yeah, if he runs into the land, then he will stop moving, submerge, and then just teleport somewhere else. So you can like run him into the ground and it'll look like you don't know where he went. And that would be a way of doing it. I like that idea because that's the easy solution. So we have like in here. Okay. Where do I put this? Well, I can just do this. Or oh god, I don't even remember what my land object is called. I'm glad now that the land isn't a background, but it's an object. That means I can do this. PG World Map Land. But not point distance, we need place meeting. This also needs to be place meeting. So if we're really close to the ship, we're going to trigger this. Or if we're really close to land, we'll trigger this. Otherwise it's going to move like normal. So now I just need to separate those two back out in this code. Which means I'm running this twice, but I can't really think of another way to do this. Kind of silly to do it twice. Oh no, I can just do it the one time, and then do else again. Right. It's a little strange, but if I do this, so, yeah, place meeting the ship or place meeting the land, this triggers this bit of code, which stops them from moving, basically. Which, well, this part can go outside. Right. And then if it's a ship, you do this. Otherwise, it's going to be this one. You do this. Alright, so speed equals 0. So I want it to submerge and vanish here. Maybe I need to split all this up into states. Instead of what I was doing. Because I want it to run everything that's happening in here and stop running everything else. I mean, the same thing is going to happen with the other one too. Maybe I do set up a state system. It's a little late to do it, but I can do it. Switch state. Oh, I always forget how to do this. So switch state, and then we just go right into it. It's really not that hard. I don't know why I can't ever remember this. Let me go case. This is normal. Break at the bottom here. Is that part even necessary? Yes. No, this is unnecessary. Case, attack, break, case, move, well, maybe not move, land, sure, break, alright, oh, that's an attack with 2 A's. Okay, so we're mostly in this normal state. But if I ever run again, or run into land, or I run into the player, then I can just switch states, and I don't have to worry about any of the code breaking anything. All right, so state equals attack. What's my problems here? Oh no. this. Fix. Okay, cool. So all I have to do now, what's on here? Vector 3, got 2. Oh yeah, this is different. I don't care about that. We just want to know if we're meeting. Oh, okay, I did this backwards. This is X, Y. Sorry. This code is just very different in place meeting, so we want to do that. There we go. Go. That should fix those arguments. Okay. State equals normal. Alright. State machine set up. And now speed equals 0. You know what? This is redundant. Take that out of there, throw it in here. Make this so simple. I think what I want to do here, I'm going to set up what animations they play. So right index equals right OW alien attack. So we set the image index to 0. We're doing that. This one is going to be submerge. Alright. So if this thing ever triggers, speed goes to 0, it stops moving. Image index sets to 0. And then if what we ran into was a ship, we're going to play the alien attack and switch to state. If it was the land, we're going to switch state, play submerge. And then once the animation ends, we do this based on if it's submerge. Gotta split this up now. If state equals normal, do that. Else do whatever, because it's in land. Maybe I should do that the other way around. It shouldn't. It'll be fine. If it's submerge, state equals normal, do this. Otherwise, okay, so if it hit land, it's going to play this animation, it's not going to be moving, then I just want to teleport it somewhere. So, where do I want to teleport it to? I mean, I can really teleport it anywhere, but if I teleport it anywhere, it might just land in the land again. Also, I don't think this takes into account if he's not visible when he runs into the land. Right, because this only works if he's actually visible. Maybe I need to just pull this out of this code. Do something different. Okay, so this needs to be something that can trigger at any point during this movement part. It should go like here. Alright. goes in there. And now delete all of this. We don't care about this because that's always true. Get rid of this. That was necessary. Get rid of that. This part needs to be part of this. Okay, there we go. Now, it doesn't matter if he's visible or not. If he runs into the land, speed equals 0, image index equals 0, state equals land. If he's invisible, I want to just teleport him now. If not, I want to play this animation. Yeah, the visible part makes this a bit harder. Oh, I can just say if viz, do that, else, and this little bit. Use brackets for this. Alright. Right, so this same code will be here or here, whether it animates or not. Alright, so how do I teleport him? Where do I teleport him? Well, I could teleport him anywhere on the map. I could just teleport him a certain distance away from where he's actually at. I could teleport him all the way back home, but I think that's too much. I kind of want to just like teleport him to the right so far. Which should be okay. I don't really have any code for him going outside the border of the map, I don't think, because the only time he moves is moving towards the player, so that he won't be able to get out of the map if the player can't. So teleporting him off the side of the map isn't like going to break anything. I really think I'd just teleport him to the right a bit. Maybe like to the right and then up and down a certain amount. Will most likely take him somewhere where he's not going to run into land again. Except for this. This is the only place that's kind of weird. The worst place for him to go would be over here. So I kind of have to teleport him to the right to avoid that. As long as I do it at like a bunch of angles, like say you ran into here and you're over here, he teleports down here, he might be able to get to you. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So we're going to say x minus equals, how far are we teleporting? So let's say he's at, well, if he's at this, which is 1260, I want him to go like, go a decent amount, like here. So 12 to 19, that's 700. Let's do 700. And then probably like 700 up and down. Alright, that's what I'm thinking. Is x minus equals, plus equals, hello, y, might as well change that to plus, even though that doesn't really matter, plus equals 700 times a negative or a positive, so it can go anywhere. But if I want like a random range on the Y, that's what I want. So let's do iRandom. 0 to 700 times -1 or 1. So it's never really going to equal 0. No, I could. 0 times 1 is 0. Yeah, that'll work. Now it's got a random range on what the Y could be. I'm trying to think, is there a place where that might ruin something? So let's say the player is here, alien's chasing you, alien gets to here and you start moving this way, he'll hit the land, disappear, and then teleport maybe in front of you? It's the only place where you might get screwed by this code. I could do something to set it up like, if the player's so close, don't teleport there, but I think we'll just keep it like this. It'll probably be okay. Okay, only error I can think about here. If he starts to submerge and then you turn visible off, he will teleport immediately. That might be a problem, but I mean, the submerge is such a fast animation. It's only 2 frames. Is that really gonna matter if he just vanishes before it feels like the animation completed? You'll at least get through 1 frame of the animation before that could happen. I don't think that'll really be an issue. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure I do this. It's not that, I need to make sure I do this. If you happen to be facing up, make sure it rotates back to normal before doing that. Same thing with the attack. Make sure we don't have a weird angle. Here's a question, if he attacks you while moving up, which way does he face? He needs to face the direction. So, make sure we throw this in, this part. I guess this needs to be in here too. Because he's going to be moving in that direction anyway, even if he was moving up. I'd still want him to kind of face where the player is when he goes under. Also, it's already in that one. What am I doing? That is the wrong one. There we go. Oh, I think that should work. Let's test it. Alright, so if I run him into the ground, he should teleport. And it hopefully doesn't look too horrible. Oh, he just vanished. How did that happen? Where's he at now? Yeah, okay, something broke. Oh, I know. Wait, no, I don't know. Isn't world map land a precise collision? I'm sure it is. Because I use it as a hitbox for moving around the map. Alright, this collision mask is precise, automatic. So him being over here, he should not collide with this, I would think. If place meeting, XY, world map land. I mean, obviously this got set to true if he got teleported immediately. Shit. What's going on? I don't know. It should work. Now I'm really confused. Fuck. What happened to him? Like, it's gotta be that, right? The only reason he would teleport is he thinks he's colliding with the land. But he's like way out here. He should not be colliding with the land at all. Yeah, he just vanishes when it sets to move. He might be off the screen a bit. And I wouldn't know because every time he gets on this square, he probably vanishes again. Maybe it was point collision and place meeting is wrong. Alright, I'm gonna try swapping this back to point collision. I was using it before, but that was because I was trying to find the exact X and Y. It's collision point, isn't it? Alright, so X, Y, the object. And then we do true, true. What the hell was I using before? Because it doesn't look like this. Before I was using if point distance. Oh yeah, let's use collision point. Maybe that'll fix it. And then I can probably just get rid of this because if you collide with it, well, let's keep the speed in there actually, because that'll make it to where it triggers just before you collide. Probably will look better. Was this code anywhere else? Alright, let's test that. I don't even know if I can do this. Didn't give any errors. Alright, don't disappear. Ah, it disappeared. What the fuck? Alright, let's get rid of, you. Alright, so now it actually has to collide at its X and Y with the land for this to trigger. And if it triggers, it's something else that I don't understand. There it goes. Alright. Come on. Work, damn it. Follow me. See what happens. And it goes under. Okay. It's just, it was in the ground when it went under. But he should have teleported this way. But where is he? Oh. That is a good question. He's just... I think what's happening, because he's gone completely, is the code is running constantly. State equals land. It can't run constantly in here, so it's got to be running constantly here. And I think the reason for that is I also need to do this sprite index equals -1 as part of that. And I think that will stop this from happening constantly. Right, y or x plus equals 700 plus equals, so it should only occur once. You should only move 700 to the right, 700 up or down, potentially. Also, it looks like the screen didn't change over again. Kind of annoying. Is it going to work? Okay, there you go. As you can see this part. I just changed some numbers to make it to where... I just turned the sprite index off, so hopefully it doesn't repeat. Okay, teleported. Where did it teleport? It just seems gone. Where did it go? Wherever it went, it's stuck there. Maybe it just goes off the screen. Now that I think about it, yeah, if it does go off the screen, I never did anything to set it back to normal, that's why. So, for land, if, all I want to know is... That's right, nothing's setting this back up. If, sprite index equals -1, then... state equals, what was it again? Normal? Okay. So this will just keep it in the land script until that animation ends, and then it'll set it back to normal. And also, don't do that. Yeah. So it'll stay here. And then it'll go back whenever it's set to -1, which it's set to -1 in here. Well, if it's not visible, it should have no sprite. And if it is visible, we're changing it to submerge, so that should still be fine. Alright, let's see if that fixes it. I think he was teleporting off the screen and then just not moving, which is okay. No, I'm just staying right here. He'll come to me. Here he comes. Alright, we want to see him teleport to the right and then come back at us. There he is. Yeah, he was off the screen. Teleport again. There, he's up there. So I just need to make him not run up on land. That time he hit the wall down there and teleported again. But you're never going to see him. You're never going to see those numbers, so you're not going to know where he is. You just know he hit the ground and then just vanished. And now you're like, oh, where'd he go? And then, oh, there he is. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look for the player. So if you run him up on ground, you'll just wonder where he's at. I kind of like that. It's kind of like you don't know what happened to him. He's over here. If I wanted to, I could do something where if he knows there's land between you and him, he also doesn't emerge. It might look better. That way you don't even see him come out ever. Because right here, this is kind of silly. Wow, you almost made it through though. Oh, I know how to do this. If I just say, for this collision point, if x plus speed times direction, y plus speed, that's always going to be up. How do I get the reverse of this? There's not really a way to do this. I could find like the image angle, I guess. I have no idea. I mean, this will work for every direction except for moving down. So right now, speed times direction will be positive like 3. So you should stop 3 pixels before he runs into the ground. As long as he's moving left or right. And then if he's moving up, he'll stop before hitting ground, but if he's moving down, he'll still run into the ground. And that still gets really close. I don't know if this is a good solution. Probably want something like just do ×2. That's one way to do it. I still don't know how to get a negative in this number that changes depending on if they're going up or down, because this only applies to up. If I put dir there, the direction going up and down isn't based on left or right. could also do, and this is another way to do it. Just say this minus speed times 2. One thing I can think of. That way it's checking for up or down colliding. Alright, this should look better. He won't run up on ground. It's pretty close. I can do times 3. I think I should do times 3. Still a little too close. That's 9 pixels away. Honestly, there's no reason not to just be like 12 away. Alright. The other part that I want to do is the part where you're made visible. This part, if distance to object, and I want to do a collision line. This is what I was just thinking. Collision line. So we want RX, RY, oh shit. X, oh shit, Y. The object is EG world map land 1 true this. Okay, so this is saying if we're colliding, so I want to say if we're not colliding. So if there's not a line between, if the line between us and the O ship is not colliding with land, then you set it to true. This should stop him from even appearing if land gets in the way. That way, like if land's in the way before he submerges, it'll be fine. But if land's in the way before he even shows up, then he won't even come out, so you won't even know he was there. And I think this will make this a lot better. Like if I was standing up here, I won't even see him show up. So I won't even know he's having trouble getting to me. Oh, there's a collision point there showing it because there was a line. But if he's close enough. Yeah, and the line, I guess this is a bad place because you can technically draw a line like through here. So that one's kind of a bad example. This one should work though. Alright, he was appearing last time. Now he's not appearing, so that seems to work. Ooh, he got real close. At least that's what it looked like. Alright, this is working. If I run him into the ground first, yeah, he just vanished. There he is. Okay, I think that's a lot better. So now you don't really notice that you just, like, if not for this part, you just think he went underwater and you don't know where he went. But secretly, we're making him move off to the side. Then he comes over here. That one's the only one that's a bit weird because it always teleports to the right. You could be running from him here. And suddenly he's on this side of you. So I'll just keep that as like a happy accident maybe. It's fine. Okay, all that's good. We just need the attack part of this now. So we've swapped to the attack state. We're playing this animation. And once this animation ends is when we run our code. He's in the attack state, so nothing's actually happening until this goes off. I just copy? I copied this. Good. So we want to say sprite index equals this. Then we run our code. We can get rid of all this stuff. Throw it in here. Alright, so this part the hell did I have this first bracket? Oh, no, that was part of mine. Okay, so I had this going, but this is completely unnecessary now because he's only going to emerge if that was true. Get rid of that. Get rid of the other one. Okay. So we get the global ship X, global ship Y, alien attack set to true, and then we find out what we're colliding with. I want to know what the player's colliding with, so it's gonna suck, but Control F X, replace it with oh ship X. Okay. Ship. Ship. It's probably better to just copy these in there. There's so many X's. I could just do this pretty quickly. Alright, collision point. O ship X, O ship Y, is icon meteor. We save the aliens X and Y. Why do we do that here? Is a good question, yeah. And we can just do that here. What we call redundancy. Alright, the ones on top have higher priority because of the exit. If you're touching the meteor landing, then it'll go there and then it'll just exit the script. So you can technically be touching like the meteor landing and the deep sea, but because of the exit it stops it from going to one and then the other. This should always play, so there it is. It's saving our global ship X and Y to this. Oh, ship X. Oh, ship Y. I'd have caught that. Okay. Yeah, and this is collision point is based off of what the ship's standing on, not what the alien's standing on. Alright. The only thing this is missing is it's got to stop the player from moving. Once the alien's attacking and it's playing this animation, I don't want the player to be able to move until this is done. Because basically they're getting dragged into the game. But all I need to do is a step event, which is like if global alien attack exit. There we go. So now the player won't be able to do anything. I don't think there's any move towards directions in this, so there should be no speed variable. There is an alarm 0. What's that? Red equals true. Oh, red is just to go back into the area. That shouldn't matter. And if you can't press the space bar, you can't open any shops. So that should be fine. Oh, I got this key press enter, which doesn't matter. Key press pause. I'll figure out pausing later, but that should be fine. Okay, I think this will work. Once we get attacked by the alien, it'll play the animation. And once the animation completes, it'll drag us into the world. Our player shouldn't be able to move or do anything while his animation is playing. Okay, it played, but he's not on top. He needs to be on top. And then I would say it's all good. He'll go back. We can't collide with him at all until he finishes this. I'm gonna try moving now when he attacks. Also just stand here so he drags us in this area properly. Well, I can still move. What happened there? Oh, I know, because this triggers when the animation ends. I just want this to trigger immediately. We'll set this up here. That'll fix that. And then I want his depth to be not plus equal 1, plus equal. So he's above the player. Because his priority is a lot higher than the ship's priority. Let's try this again. Okay, can't move, and he dragged me into this area like he was supposed to. Cool. And it goes back. The only thing I can think of is if he attacks from the top, it's going to look weird if he comes up in the middle of our ship. So maybe I need to make his depth based on his coordinate above or below us. Yeah. That's a little weird. Not an easy fix either. Because the ship's X and Y coordinate is not at the bottom. Not that ship. It's here. So technically he could be... Well, if he was here, I'd want him to come up anyway, right? If he was here, I want him to be behind. I guess it'll be fine. Alright. So we got to change that depending on where he is in relation to the player, which honestly should just be the thing that I set up, kind of like I do direction. Copy, Okay, so if y, I don't know if I'm going to do this correctly the first time. If y minus O ship, y, instead of this, we say depth equals depth equals -1 and 1 should work because 0. So let's see if that's correct. It might be backwards. The best way to test it is to be below him. Okay, he's behind, though it did look a little weird that we could see the top of his head below our ship, but I shouldn't have pressed that button. Oh, I don't know how to fix that. That's just one of those things. It'll look better if it's like that. There we go, it comes up. Yeah, I guess that's functional. Probably as good as that's gonna get. So this whole depth thing doesn't even matter. Get rid of that. Okay, well that's everything as far as the overworld alien's concerned. That took me 2 hours to do. Alright, let's do the stage alien stuff now. That was supposed to be the easy part. It's crazy. Alright, alien. Look at all this crap. Alright, we're going to start them off. And creature, alien. So we have a charge animation, a discharge animation, which is only for the final battle. We have a swimming, and we have a turning. Okay. Honestly, turning might be the only annoying part here. The rest of it's pretty simple. I think I was going to use one of these for firing off projectiles. I don't know if I abandoned that idea or not. Let me look at these different sprites. So my charge is just, yeah. So if I was going to have him fire a projectile, I could go through this animation, fire the projectile, and then go back. But then again, this is the animation that plays just before he charges, so I don't really want that to play unless he's going to charge, because that's the anticipation. This definitely doesn't play at any other point. Swim animation is just a swim animation. Okay, I guess there's no animation for him firing a projectile, it just happens. I could make it to where he fires projectiles when he turns, now that I think about it. Like right here, anytime he's in this frame, then he fires a projectile instead of, I don't know what I was doing before with projectiles, but this would be a good one. Anytime you move to the other side of him, he will fire a projectile at you. Anytime he's forced to turn. That might be an idea. Alright, alien attack equals false. Instance destroy self. Oh, okay. So he's always in the room, but if it's not an alien attack, it will just go away. State equals spawn. Speed is 0, speed max is 6, direction is 1, direction Y is 1, flash is 0. So he can start at a random spot. These spots are no good enough. We want at least 500 to 1,000. but it is well off the screen at the start. I'm going to go ahead and exit the script here too, because all of this is redundant if he's going to just blow himself up. Alright, cool. Step. In step. Okay, this is where his surface stuff was. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I'm going to use the player, whatever the player's is, as a start. Players is... It's definitely not this. What the hell was that? Okay, here's that. Surface. Surface is 255. That was what I was looking for. Oh, this is the bottom of the screen. This just stops them from going under the floor. Negative 25. That might not be high enough. I have room height minus negative 20 for the player. I guess we'll stick with that and just see what it looks like. I gotta remember to drag them to the bottom of the screen at some point to look at that. What are these alarms? We've got state charge, speed, alarm, 1, move towards player. Okay, so this is supposed to be my first animation. That's all fine. This is the bullet. This is for flashing. And this is if he gets hit by a bullet. So I've got all that set up. Oh, I don't think I'm using this code anymore. Yeah, we have different objects. Oh, okay, I guess that's how I got around that. The thing is, I'm making explosions. This is how I did my code. Okay, whatever. That seems fine. So really, I'm just in the step event now. Alright, the speed is less than speed max, speed plus, so he's got like a growing speed, flash, that, spawn, upgrade 0, upgrade 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, okay. So I changed his state to be different depending on what the player's upgrade is at. That makes sense. So he gets harder the stronger the player is. I'm probably going to make another alien just for the boss fight. So I think that'll be a better way. Instead of doing this whole upgrade thing, when you go into the boss fight, he's always using his best moves. This is actually pretty simple, which is spooky. Alright, direction equals sine x. That's weird. Oh yeah, okay. Direction would start off negative here, or positive here, if that's how he started. That makes sense. He's facing the correct direction. Image X scale equals direction. If global upgrade, alarm 0 equals 120. Alarm 0 being the thing that tells him to charge. If global upgrade equals 3. Oh, if it's greater than 1. Okay. So he'll charge at 2 and 3. But if 3 turns on, and this is the bullet. The bullets just happen periodically. I'm gonna keep this, and then we'll see if I want to change it later. State equals that plus the upgrade, so upgrade 0. Y other player direction Y equals that. Other direction Y equals. How did I do this direction? Oh, so for moving up and down, X plus equals to speed times negative direction if absolute value Y plus equals speed divided by 2 times direction Y. This is moving up and down. I think he moves up and down slower. If X is less than 15 or 15, it equals dead. Oh. Yeah, no, he'll never be dead. So I can actually get rid of this. Yeah. He'll never die in any of this animation. Get rid of that one. Alright. So at upgrade 0 is moving like this. At upgrade 1, I wonder why I don't have this extra bit on the bottom part. Oh, I see. This is, yeah, he doesn't move up and down very much. I think he goes in a straight line. Oh, that's why I had dead to respawn him, because he moves in a, okay, yeah, I need that back. I remember now. Yeah, this is necessary because on this first upgrade, he just comes into the screen like a shark and then goes past. And then if he ever gets off the screen so far, he respawns. Yeah, okay, never mind. I just forgot. So do I want to do that much? It's 500 to 1,000, right? So let's just do 1,001 because I don't want him to take forever to come back on screen. Unlike the fish can take a long time, but this, if he ever goes past that, then respawn. Alright, and then at this point he's just going after the player at half speed and then at normal speed. Alright, the big thing here is now I gotta add in turning animations and then charging animations. And that's really it. Just add in turning animation and charge animation. And then rework it maybe, but actually is it gonna be that easy? It might be. Alright, so how do I do a turn animation? Oh, this part. This part, he's never even going to turn. He's never going to charge, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't actually start charging. I should write this down. 0 is the charge. Three is projectile. Okay. So his upgrade has to be at least 2 or 3 before we even have to worry about charging, so let's just get turning working first. The big thing here is when this changes, I need to play this animation before I do this part. I also need him to stop moving at that point too. So I just need to find when this changes. Okay, I think I know how to do this. I'm really gonna have to spread this out though. So if that is less than that, now we say if dir equals 1, nothing's gonna change. Well, if it equals negative is the only time I care about anything else. So if it was -1 and this activated, then we're doing our turn stuff. And this one's the opposite way. 1. Alright. So this is when a turn takes place. And this isn't going to change until that animation ends. So, alright. I think at this point we do sprite index equals s alien turn image index equals 0 0. Alright. If it's -1, it now equals 1, so this won't trigger again. He's going to play his turning animation. I can already see like there might be an error if he's in the middle of turning and then you go back the other way. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's worry about that later. So, okay, at the end of this animation, it equals alien turn. We do this. We do that. Is that it? I think so. Alright, so if it's supposed to be 1, but it's -1, it will turn on 1. This doesn't activate again. It'll change to this turning animation. It'll set the image index to 0. Once that animation completes, then the direction changes, or the scale changes, and we set back to swim. Right? And I think that's it to make this work. Throw that in there. Well, honestly, that's true. Oh yeah, no, we only want this to play if it's changing. I think that's it. Make that work. So yeah, the only error I could see is if he's in the middle of a turn and you change the direction on him again, he's gonna restart his animation. Because it'll set the image index back to 0. I don't know if that's good or if I don't know. Let's just test it and see what I need to do from there. I think I need to see it. So I need my upgrade to be 1 to test this, but we can see what happens if it's 0. If it's 0, he's just moving left and right with his animation playing. So I wonder, did I do anything to slow him down when you shoot at him? Speed equals 0, okay. Oh, what happened? There we go. Alright, attack me! Bring it on, loser! He attacks. Sound effect probably plays there. Oh, and he's swinging the wrong way. Hey, look at that. I'm shooting at him, and then he goes by. I'm gonna give him a couple more shots as it goes away. We'll come back on screen, but facing the other direction. Yeah, that is backwards. Alright, everything is working besides that. I'm just gonna fix that real quick because that's really silly. Oh, there's a 3 there now. There's a lot wrong with this now. Weird. Alright. To fix that, the image index equals negative direction. That'll fix that. And I think we're gonna need to do that in here as well. Image X scale equals negative direction. I could just change this to be the other way. Or whatever. Alright. That should make him be in the correct direction now. And we can test the other one. There we go. Also, how high can he go? A little too high, I think. It's like kind of okay, but it does feel a bit high. You might want to lower how high he can go. A little bit, yeah. I think definitely. Let's see how low he can go. How low can you go? How low can you go? There's no enemies on the screen right now. I wonder what happened. Oh, God. He just... Oh, right. He upgrades with me. I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Oops. Let me go over here. Restart. We'll fight him in the shallows. Yeah, I wonder why no enemies spawned. I think when I get dragged into a stage, maybe that... Honestly, no, they should definitely spawn. I might have just got that rare chance where nothing spawned. Which, it's possible. So, I think that might be good for how low he can go. Oh, and I died. Great. Awesome. Now we gotta wait for the whole thing again. There's the 3 bullets I did to him. So, if you don't remember, every time I shoot him in the stage, it's subtracting from his health that he has to heal. So basically, the more damage you do to him in the stage, the longer it takes him to come get you again. Though it's very, very small impact. But at least your shots in the stage are doing something. And in fact, I might want to increase that by like 5 or something, because 1 frame per shot isn't much. Oh yeah, enemies spawn rarer now. That might have something to do with it. I think that's good for the bottom. The top just needs to be lower. Alright, where did I do the top part? I never even set it up. He's just going exactly where the player is. Alright, or is it here? If y is greater than room height, minus 5, y equals room height, minus 25. This is the bottom. Why did I put this in an end step? I should rewatch this video when I made this guy. I don't know why I did this. There was probably a reason for it. I just don't get it, and I kind of want to take it out. Maybe he was like twitching, and I had to put it in the end step to stop that from happening. Alright, so this is the Y part. This is the Y part. So I just need to put like a limit on how high it can go. I can just do it in here. I mean, this kind of makes this easy for this reason. If y is greater, is less than. Alright, so the player's going to 255. Let's have him go to 270. So, if y is less than 270, y equals 270. That's that. I should really set his health to be higher so I can test this faster. I'm going to do that real fast as well. Oh no, it's not even set up in here. Fuck it, it's too much effort. We'll just wait a second before he comes to us. I guess I could go over to him. Doesn't matter where. I'm not checking the bottom, I'm checking the top. There we go. It's still way too high. I don't remember, his hitbox is a precise collision, right? Oh, it's just a giant rectangle. We don't want that. Be precise, slow. That should be fine. Charge, collision, by slow. Be precise frame on this one. Discharge should be honestly, I think I'm going to use precise per frame on all of his stuff. I mean, this one's really unnecessary because that extra hitbox doesn't matter much. But if I'm going to use this on anybody, it should be him, I think. Wait, was that all of them? Swim, discharge, that, this one. There we go. Precise collision all around. Also, his origin point is there. I guess that's fine. Alright, so I wanted to change this to be even more. Let's try 300. That looks really good. I think that's the spot right there. That was fun. I did 32 shots on him. Yeah, it doesn't add up much. I'm gonna make that be more time. Might as well. That you actually get a little something out of it. Let's do 10 frames per. So every. Oh, maybe that's too much. That would be like every 6 shots is an extra second. I think that might be too much, but we'll do that for now. Okay, so this all worked great. Oh yeah, I never tested the other way. Okay, I got distracted by all the other fixes. We need to see what upgrade 1 does. So let's go in, upgrade, go back out. Now let's test. So I think this doesn't change anything other than make him move directly towards us. And that way he'll turn. Oh, he's not facing the right direction again. I have to fix that, but at least he's coming right at us. He is turning. So what happens if I turn him and then turn him again? Just keeps repeating. Alright, I'll definitely have to do something different about that. But let's figure out why he's facing the wrong way. This is an upgrade 1 issue. I mean, I changed the image X scale to be reverse here, right? Image X scale equals negative direction. Image X scale equals negative direction is what we wanted. Oh, it never changed originally. That's what it is, I think. No, yeah, the spawn was this, so it is facing the right way. I'm about to just fix this so that it actually is the right way. Screw it, let's just do that. Go to create. So direction equals 1. Direction equals sine x. Oh, that's why it's screwing up the first time, probably. Let's just do this. Is that right? Probably right. Yeah, the first one's dir, the second one is negative. And then this will go back to normal. This one should go back to normal. Alright, let's see if that's all set up right. This is one of the problems when you start off using white boxes. You never know which direction they're actually facing. I should start off with white triangles. Wouldn't have this problem. Alright, is he facing the right way? No, he's wrong. Alright, what if I upgrade? I think he's got to respawn before he updates. Alright, which way are you facing now? Wrong way again. Turn. You're still the wrong way. Okay, everything about it is wrong. But that's good. We can fix this. This is... What's wrong here is this is -1, this is +1. This needs to be positive, negative. negative, positive. That should fix it. Where you at? What? What happened? What the hell? Nothing I did should have made him disappear. Unless it's getting set to 0 somehow. Maybe he's too low. That could be a thing. Maybe he's spawning super low and I just didn't see him because of that. I think he spawns on the player's X though. That shouldn't be a problem. What the hell is he? Alright, what the hell? Oh, this is backwards now. Okay. That should be the only thing that's screwed. This stuff should be this. This is probably all backwards. So I haven't really got to this step yet. We'll go ahead and change it. Alright, so that's what was going on. He was just moving in the opposite direction. So never change that. Oh jeez. Come on, alien. All you gotta do is come get me. It's not that hard. There we go. Facing the correct direction. Shooting at him. Now. Change. Honestly, should have let it run one more time to make sure he turns around. Or whatever. He should start coming at me. Yep. Okay. He's moving towards me. Constantly now. And he should turn when I do this. And there it goes. That looks good. The only issue now is if I turn him while he's mid-turn, it's gonna look weird. Yeah. Got way too dark. He doesn't have any glow on him yet. That looks weird. I think if I just don't update the image index constantly, then, well, I kind of have to though. Oh, I know. Okay, let's just do it like this. So, there's right index does not equal S alien turn, then it equals 0. If it's already turning, then just play the same animation index but the other direction. That should work. Though he doesn't actually turn until this completes. Right? Image X scale equals direction. Oh, so I can say it here. Bracket that. Bracket that. Alright, I think this will get him turning and looking a little nicer. It'll still look kind of weird that he just like turns instantly mid-turn. But how the hell do I get around that? Make him complete a complete turn before he can turn again would be the other way of doing it. Go in, upgrade, get out. Now go in. Okay, let's see how this works. Bang, bang, bang. Turn, 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 turn. Okay, no, it's just turning off. That was not what I intended. Why is it turning off? Oh, because this is still in here. Okay, and this needs to go above. Hello. This negative. Hi. Blue against black. How are you? I'm trying to make an alien behave in a logical way. Well, first, let's upgrade before he attacks us. There's it. And alright. Let's see if this works. There he is. Turn. Oh, he's backwards now. Oh, it's because it's turning his direction before he makes the animation. Of course, that would be bad. I have no idea why that's happening. Alright, what's going on? We change the direction. If it doesn't equal alien turn, it's set to 0. Oh, this part. So I'm turning it when it doesn't have to turn. Do else. Alright, I think that'll fix it. Oh. That is one heck of a story. What kind of grape was this? Are you sure it wasn't a plum? I think this will work. This part broke. What's that? 10 out of 10. Oh, this is perfect music for this. Die. Okay, that part's good. Now, that's weird. It's just snapping them back. Snap back to reality. Oops, here comes gravity. This isn't what I want. I don't know why though. Why does it snap back before the animation completes? think I'm going about this the wrong way. I really do need to just let him complete his animation before doing the next one. That's the real solution here, and trying to do anything else is dumb. Alright, let's take this back out. I think I know how I'm supposed to do this. I was just trying to get it to where if he's mid-turn, he just faces the other way and he's still completing his animation. But I don't think that's going to work. I need to do something like if sprite index does not equal S alien, then play this animation. I think that'll fix it. The issue here is if you're facing the other direction. That's right, it's never going to turn back. So this part needs to be part of the animation playing, right? Okay, I think this is the solution, is I put this part in here, and then I don't have to worry about it turning until the animation completes. And instead of that, you say there times -1. Now it'll reverse it. Okay. And this into that part. Alright, so if his direction equals 1, you want to play the animation. When the animation ends, his direction switches over. And if it's the other way, nothing happens until it swaps, and then once it swaps, animation should play. I don't know if that'll work or not, to be honest. It seemed like it'll work in my head. Okay. I mean, it looks better. Just completing his animation. Yeah, okay, that's acceptable. Actually, like right below him, then it's gonna be, well, it's fine as long as you're not constantly going back and forth and doing it to him, but it's kind of funny that you can keep confusing them. Alright, yeah, I guess that's good. There, turning works. Fixed. There's a lot to get there. Look at all this. Is there a better way to set this all up? Not really. Just, it's like pyramids. You just have to make the pyramids, man. Alright, so all of that can now be copied, and it can replace this bit of the code. Why does this say -11? That would have been fun. Alright, that should make turning work for every state. Alright, now we're going to figure out the charge part. Charge happens at 2 and 3. So when this alarm goes off, speed equals 0, alarm equals 60. Okay, we'll probably get rid of that alarm, and we'll just say state equals charge, sprite index equals SAN charge. Oh no, they're combined together, aren't they? No, that's fine. Speed equals 0. So I don't need this alarm 1 anymore. Because just at the end of this is when I'll play the alarm 1 stuff. Okay, there's alarm 1. State equals charge. It was already charged. Why did I do that? That's redundant. Alarm 2 equals 60. That's how long he charges for. That one I think I do need. If we can move this into here. Also, we need to say image speed equals 0. Okay. Image index equals whatever the last one is. 4, 3. Okay. Also, I want to say, if the player moves while he's building this up, I want to say image x scale equals direction. So that, yeah, if he's doing his charge up thing and you move to the other side of him, he'll still be facing the direction while he's doing his anticipation, but the second this goes off, he's going to face which way the player should be. He's going to move towards the player at a big speed, and then alarm 2 is going to go to 60, so 1 second. So this is how long he's going to charge for. So we can get rid of 1 now. Yeah. I didn't keep that in there, right? Okay, good. So when alarm 2 goes off, it goes back to whatever upgrade you're in. Alarm 0 is back to 20. This is the charge, right? Yes. But that is unnecessary, because if you go, well, it's not necessarily unnecessary. Because it's not going into spawn, it's going straight into whatever movement it's supposed to have. And that's going to cause problems. If you go back to 0, you can't go back to 0, that's right. You can only go to 1. Yeah, that's fine. So all this should work okay. I just need to make sure I do image speed equals 0, image index equals 0, sprite index equals swim. Basically anything that's in the spawn event needs to happen again here, which is probably this again, just in case he charged past you. I want him to face towards you again. That might not be necessary, but it can't hurt to make sure he's facing the correct direction. Okay, I think that'll work for charging. There's another thing with charging I forgot. I was supposed to add smear on this, I think. Motion blur? I never did. We'll see if I need that or not. It's not too hard to add motion blur, but it might make it look better. Trying to think, is there anything else? Should this just work now? I think it'll just work now. So the thing is, if you start the stage with like a big upgrade, he's going to have the big speed and the charge and the projectiles for the entire part of the stage. But his speed will lower as you take damage now. So, should be okay. Normal, this is fine. Let's go to this one. Alright, he's moving slowly. He will not charge. He's just gonna move at us. Okay, upgrade. Oh yeah, this, I don't think it'll update again, will it? Unless yeah, I think I have to leave the stage and let him come in again. Oh, look at that. He's taking 250 now, so I shot him 25 times. I think that's better. It gives you a couple more seconds. So at least you get like some time on it. But I feel like you're going to get, with like the submarine, you can probably get like super high numbers from shooting them. But maybe that'll be fine. Like giving yourself another minute to not have to worry about being attacked again. Alright. So now he should charge. Holy cow. Yes, he does. Oh, what happened? Wonder what happened. Why did he stop? Is he stuck in a state? State equals here. Alarm 0 should give me another 2 seconds. That's a bit weird. Might want to give a range on that. It would all work fine until the end of it. State equals charge. If his state is charged, let's look at that. Yeah, nothing's happening. So he can't like swap states or anything. So he has to go through the whole thing. So when 0 goes off, his index equals charge, speed equals 0, so he stops moving. State set to that, so nothing's changing. When the animation of alien charge ends, here, image speed is set to 0. Image index is 3. Scale is the direction. Oh wait, the direction might be wrong here. I need to figure out what direction is the direction again. Right? Because that's not updating anymore. If we're in the charge state. Okay, so here we find out which direction we're supposed to be facing. For the move, we move towards a player. Alarm 2 equals 60. So after a second of charging, the state goes to something else. This thing is at the bottom. Image speed is set back to 1. Image index is 0. Sprite index is swim. We got direction things, set the direction, alarm 0 goes back to 120, and our upgrade should go to whatever the state is currently at. Alright, that should work. I don't know why he stopped animating. Maybe the speed being 0 did something, but right, I do set speed to 0 here. Speed equals 0. But I also right here set the move, so now speed is this. Once it ends, nothing's changing the speed. So it should go into this and then get a new speed from like here. Move towards that speed. Speed max. Speed plus equals 0.5. I think one thing I do want to do though, in this alarm too, I do want to set the speed back to 0. Once the charge ends, I guess that's not necessarily, I kind of want him to slow down, like slowly at the end of his charge, so he kind of like goes past. And there is a way to do that. I can say I don't know. Speed equals 0, and we say this speed equals 0. Once the charge is over. So he has to like build up momentum and start moving again. I don't know. It should work. He should now charge at me. There it goes. Now he's moving again. Oh, wow, he got me too. And now he shifted back down, but he still does charges. So if I go back up after he does another charge, he should go back to a big speed. It's kind of like there's a moment before he actually takes off on his next animation. Bit weird, but oh, that time it's barely even a second. I think that animation for the anticipation maybe want to be a little lower. God, I keep hitting stuff. Right, what if we do this? How fast do you get it? Alright, this will just have, we'll be shooting projectiles as well. I guess it's fine. Him going up and down is pretty crazy though. I wonder if I want to make him like kind of facing the angle that he's moving. So he should like face towards the player and then rotate back down. That might look better. But he's not doing this like gigantic hitbox going up and down. He's at negative 650 from those couple shots. Alright, so I want to try starting as the sub so I can see these projectiles. I think the projectiles just fly towards the player when they're created. They don't have any lighting. He doesn't have any lighting. I'll have to set that up. This should activate charging and projectiles now. The projectiles just kind of come out of his crotch every now and then. I don't know. I definitely need like a random range on that charge or it gets weird. Oh, is it because he was in the middle of turning when he charged? Is that what happened last time? Okay, it's a little weird, but it doesn't break anything. Alright, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of notes about that. Let's see. What do we change first? The charge is happening too often, so this needs to have a random range. Probably an I random range for this. I don't think it matters. Just in case. I think 120 to 600. There we go. That way he's not charging so much. But he can charge that much. It's just, yeah, it's a little nuts. Alright, I need projectiles to actually come out of his face. And probably from a, I want to say a higher depth than he is, so it, well, I don't know. I never really decided where projectiles come from on this guy. I mean, coming from here is definitely not the best place. It's gotta be the face, right? At least the head. It should like start in his head and move out, I think. Alright, what is that gonna be? That is $2.99 and $1.44. We wanna go like, I'm gonna do like middle of the head, right there. That is 516 and 138, which is, oh fuck, I can't. Alright, that's plus 217. And minus, that's easy enough, minus 6. Alright, plus 217 minus 6. Now 29914. Okay. So we want, not that. What did I do? I clicked that button. Alright. Back to here. Bullet. What was it? I've already forgotten. 217? Yep, plus 217, that's at minus, plus 217, minus 6. So this needs to be, oh yeah, if I change his angle, I'll have to figure out where the bullet comes from based on an angle. That's going to make that even more difficult. It's this times direction. Or times image at scale. Alright, that should make bullets come out of his head. Yeah, that's right. If I change his image angle, I need to make sure if his image angle, I mean, that's easy enough. I just say where the bullets come out. So image angle equals 0. And do this, otherwise reset. So if he's ever at an angle during a charge, he's not going to shoot off any bullets. That works. Now I can play around with angles. So how do I get him to face the direction he's charging? It's I think it's just here. We say image angle equals direction, and direction equals, oh god, how do I find this again? What, it's like point direction or something like that, I'm pretty sure. What's something that uses it? I know I've used it before. I just don't remember where. Oh yeah, okay, like sparks. Sparks use a point direction, I think. That is a sprite of a spark. Not exactly what I wanted. So direction is, this thing does not have, yeah, no, this thing's just a regular direction. I need something that has a direction based on another object. Now, does any of my items do that? Obviously, I really thought there was something, but I can't even think of anything. Like all the enemies, they just face up or down. Oh, the background fish. Passive. These guys. They face the direction they're moving. So move towards point. Oh, I know. Direction's just its own thing. You can't update that. So basically, the wrong object. His direction is the direction of movement. If he's not moving, then it's going to equal 0, right? I wonder what direction equals if they're not moving. It's probably whatever the last direction was. So I'd have to say something like, no, I need to figure out what direction is. Because I want him to face the player during his entire charge thing. I'm pretty sure it's point direction. Yeah. Alright, so we want X, Y, O, player, X, O, player, Y. We want direction equals that. Like once he charges towards the player. Okay, we want if speed equals 0, then direction equals that. Otherwise, he's got a direction, and that should fix that. Alright, so the problem with this is if the player is, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something where like the image Y scale changes depending on which way he's facing, but I'm gonna just test it and see what happens here. See what I have to work with. And also, I think I need to set up the alien bullet to actually face the direction it's moving, because I don't think that's set up either. Ah, whoa, okay, yeah. Doesn't like that. Okay, it's kind of working. I just need to flip his Y when he's facing the other direction. And I need to set it back to 0 once he's out of this. There we go. That's how I want it to be, though. I also need to make sure he can't fly up out of the water. Though that would be cool if I animated something like that. We can make him shoot up out. Press the wrong button. Okay, so all I need to do here is say if image angle is greater than 90 and image angle is less than 180, image Y scale equals, oh yeah, this is why I need scale now. Oh no, it should be fine. He's at 1, that's right. It was the overworld map that was different. So yeah, it equals -1. Else image Y scale equals 1. There we go. That should fix that. So the other thing is when we exit the charge, which is 2, make sure the image angle image Y scale equals 1. Image angle equals 0. Alright, that should fix any lingering problems. He's backwards. I probably just did it backwards. Let's charge this side, huh? There we go. So that one's right, but this one's wrong? What did I do wrong? Because everything on this side is correct. Oh god, he's going to do it this side again. I think I need to do his image X scale the other way as well. This is really annoyingly timed. There it goes, that looks fine. Yeah, okay, I guess it's image X scale as well. To fix that. Honestly, I didn't think that was true. I'm pretty sure if I just flip the Y scale, that should work. Maybe it's because, oh yeah, because it's negative. Maybe that's why this isn't working. Because it is flipped. So this is completely unnecessary. I just need to flip the X scale. Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, okay, I think I get it. I get it. Usually that works, but because it's at negative when he's facing to the left, it's flipping it. So it's really not accomplishing anything. But changing the X scale might fix it. Can't say that for sure. This is facing the right way like that. Making them come up out of the water would be cool. Please go the other way. Ah, still backwards. Okay, I think the ultimate fix here is doing both at the same time. Sooner or later I'll get the right combination of things. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, the reason this is because if it's -1, it already equals -1. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be doing anything. I'm really confused by this. Technically, what I was doing before should work. We follow. Hello. Trying to get this thing to face the correct angle. I don't know exactly what I need to do to make that happen. Cool. 0 charge. 2. Alright, image X scale equals this. This is after it ends though. Animation. X scale equals direction, so no matter what I was setting, it was setting it back anyway. Oh, that's probably why it doesn't work. Okay, I think what I need to do here, this part I don't think matters. I just need to set the Y scale the other way, right? I just don't get it. I don't get why this wouldn't work. I almost get it. It's okay. So currently our X and our Y are both negative. That's why it's wrong. And here both our X and our Y are positive, which is fine. I need one of the two. No, I need the X to not change at this point. So honestly, I think I just go into here and I comment this out and that'll fix it. Also, I had this line of code in here twice, so that's not ideal. Oh no, that is ideal because that's a different thing. Yeah, that's part of the alien turn. Hello. Alright. Let's try that. Maybe this is what was screwing it up. Oh my god, also, that's not right. That's 270. There we go. What's the problem? Oh, I'm trying to get, when this guy starts to charge, I want him to face like he's looking at the player, and then when he charges, he'll be facing the player, and then go back to normal afterwards. The big problem with that is when he flips upside down, I need to flip him right side up, which should be anything to the left. What did I press? Wrong thing. I need to press this. Yeah. So I need to flip him when he's facing to the left. But clearly it's not working correctly because now he's not facing the right way. I need to turn this charge back. Okay, so that's fine, except for the part where he's not facing the correct direction. So it is an image X scale issue now. That one's backwards too. Is it just that my code is backwards and that would fix it? I think that would make them upside down again. That's fine. Oh, that's right, because he flips based on where I was at the time. Oh god, you're gonna hit me. I feel like this shouldn't be as complicated as I'm making it, but I just can't think of it. So this part is completely good. So it's good if image x scale equals 1. It's just when image x scale equals -1 that we're getting our problem. Oh no, this shouldn't fix it. Technically nothing's changing if I do it this way. Okay, let me do this for quality of life as well. Where's this at? Go back to 12 and 60. Testing. Copy. Alright. He's facing correctly that way, this way he's upside down. But he is facing the right way. So I think the solution now is to do the flip as well over here. Where's this at? So I just needed to set the X scale back to 1 while setting the Y scale to negative. I think that was the solution. This Y scale goes back to 1. I don't want them to be upside down any other time. That should fix it. Come on. Just do this. So it starts charging immediately. Okay, now he's facing us. There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh. He had like no build up there. I think I need to rotate to where he's supposed to be smoothly as well, if you happen to be above or below him. Him just appearing there is a bit weird. Oh, and now he's facing backwards again? Oh, that's because I went to the other side in the middle of the charge. Oh my goodness, there's so much braking with this fucking charge. It's not only that, sometimes the animations just aren't resetting like there. He's got to do the anticipation part. Somewhere I'm not setting my image index back to 0 correctly. And that is backwards now. Okay, I think it's a simple solution here. And that's going to be, don't change the direction. Man, this is getting so convoluted. I think I need a break. I've been doing this for like 4 hours. That's what's going on. Every time I hit this period, my brain just stops functioning correctly. It happens like every time. I just need to take a break from it. But I really want to finish it and get it working. Alright. We were setting up the direction here. What's happening when he charges? Is he constantly facing the right way? Seems to me like when he charges, his image angle will continue to update if I don't set it. Oh, okay, this is what's setting it to where it's supposed to be. So if speed equals 0, this won't happen, so it won't update. So all that should be fine. Oh, then that's all I gotta do is add it on here. That'll fix that. And speed equals 0. Actually, I don't even need to do it there. I should throw it in here. Right. All right. Let's do that. I think that'll be a little more efficient. So what I want to do, we've got this nice if speed equals 0 check. Alright, and then we've got this, which should be in here. Alright, this part, copy, I think needs to happen first. Alright, image angle equals direction, and I need to just do a smooth transition on that part of it. Direction equals the player. If it's in this area and you do that, and if speed's ever 0, it's just going to stay what it's at because direction's not updating anymore. Alright, once it's ended, so I don't need anything with image angle in this. I don't need it with this one. I don't need it in here. I do need it in here because this goes back to normal. This is the only place where it's acceptable to set everything back to what it's supposed to be. So image speed goes back to 1, speed goes to 0, normal speed goes to 0, image index is 0, alien swim is 0. We find out what the direction is now. We set X scale to the direction, Y scale goes back to 1, image angle equals 0, alarm 0, so this random thing, and then state goes back to what it's supposed to be. All that seems fine. So what was happening before, where, let's see here. So this was starting the charge part, which is this part. This is why. In here, image index equals 0. That'll fix that. Alright. That makes sure we have to play the whole animation. I'm surprised I forgot that part. Alright, I think that should fix everything. And the only thing left to do is to make it to where his direction doesn't change 1 for 1 and it changes the update to get there, basically. Everything here looks fine. I want to see if he'll face backwards at any point. He shouldn't. Oh, there he goes. He faced backwards. I think to fix that, I need to just make sure he's facing the correct way when he starts it. Because I think it's the starting part, where he's in the middle of a turn, is when that goes wrong. Honestly, it's really hard to get to happen twice though. I'm pretty sure it's if he's in the middle of the turn is when that's breaking. It's really hard to duplicate that bug though. It's because his charge is so low now, I can't properly test it. It's hard to get below him. I don't know, hard to duplicate, but I think I know what was causing it. Way to fix it. Okay. I think the way to fix it is when this alarm 0 goes off, I just need to make sure his image X scale equals okay, now image equal. It can't be direction because the direction technically hasn't updated yet. It needs to be this, which is actually just this bit of code. There we go. Copy that. I think that bit of code needs to run in this part, and then we got to set it back to dir, just in case he was in the middle of a turn. And I think that'll solve that from ever happening. So it's really hard to test and make it happen. So I'll just have to keep an eye out. There's no way to really test that other than lots of trial and error. I can't see anything. Alright. Gonna assume that's fixed. Just keep an eye out for it. So, okay, next thing. Smooth changes to the angle. Alright, so instead of image angle equaling direction, I need to like image angle plus equals until it equals direction, right? So how the hell do I do that? The idea is we want to get it to direction, but in small increments. So I need to do something like this. If image angle is less than direction, or if image angle less than direction, worry about this not getting us directly on it. I need to figure out a number, like if image angle minus direction, kind of like a do direction. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I need to do. So image angle minus direction greater than, let's say if it's greater than 5, what's movement speeds? Let's say if it's greater than 4, or image angle minus direction is less than -4. Alright, so if it's within those 8, it'll just stay there. But if it's out of those 8, which is probably too much, if I'm doing like a 3, I want to get this down to a 4, so that would be 2 and 2. Right? Yeah, because I'm going to use the speed variable, I think. Actually, no, speed is set to 0, so that's no good. We're going to have to use something else. Let's just do that and we'll use a 3 instead. Alright, we say... I think I need to split this up. So, 1 second, throw this here. Alright, if it's greater than 2, direction minus equals 3. If it's less than, direction plus equals 3. Right. That should get us to where we want to go, but it's probably too slow. But it'll be a smoother transition. Now I just adjust the numbers to get it to go where I want in a quick manner. Fast. I don't know. This is a weird one. How can I be coding for years and years, and it seems like every problem I run into is a problem I haven't encountered before? I think eventually... that's just how it seems. Because if it's something you've done before, you can knock it out so quick you don't even care about it. What happened there? Alright, it's definitely not working. Woo! Okay, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm changing his direction. I'm supposed to change his image angle. Image angle equals that. That's the mistake. Alright. Try that again. Trial and error. Oh, you're just spinning now. Alright, that way works. This way... Oh, because he's always positive? I don't know. What the hell's going on? Why do you do this? I think when I flip his Y, the way image angle works might change or something. I have no. I'm just not understanding how the whole 0 to 360 works. It's funny though. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I need a break. Alright, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. I'll fix this later. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this working. I'm gonna make the alien bullet face the direction of the player. I'm gonna add lights to him and the bullet, and then I'm going to start setting up the boss object, and hopefully I can get all of the alien stuff done tonight. I'm not going to stream that part. I'll just show it the next time I stream whatever I happen to be doing. I don't think I'm going to actually do balancing yet, because I want to get like all of the items and stuff in. So I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to get the alien finished, and I'll remember to do that. And then the next time I stream, we'll probably be doing cutscenes. I'll show this stuff, but we'll just go straight into doing cutscenes. But yeah, that's it. Later.